I've just got down to the secret pond, and there's a few fish in the weed moving around. I'm going to go over the back there. There's definitely a few fish stacked up in this weed here. Might be a chance off the top today. We'll have a look. Yeah, you can see they're already sat in the weed there, anticipating the hot day. Nell's in the lake already. Let's see what happens. Well, this is my swim. I've just got my bank sticks in. Baited them reeds yesterday, and it is mud down there, so I've either been completely coated or the carp have been in. Oh, probably can't see this. I've got 2 carp, a real good ones, just come off the side of the weed there. So it's definitely fish in the area, and yeah, it's looking good. My friend Will, who works for Ridge Monkey, the cameraman's coming down. We're doing a bit of work. He's going to get a couple of rods out as well. There's a lot more fish up where I put the bait in for Will yesterday, so hopefully he'll have a couple. But if we can both leave here with a fish each, be a result. There's about 50 fish in a couple of acres, and yeah, I ain't really got a name, this lake, so I'm going to call it the Secret Lake. And night under the stars tonight. I think it's so warm, but look, this is beautiful around here. Absolutely beautiful place. Okay, so 3 blowbacks on. These are ISO fish mainline, topped with half a pineapple, and this is a ISO fish wafter. So that's my 3 presentations. I'm really confident in that blowback rig, especially when there's weed about, good solid hook holds. So that's how we're going to start. Reel wise, I've got my Shimano's with 18-pound fluorocast on, which is super strong. Other than braid, that's the only thing I'll use in weedy waters. But yeah, rig's ready. Let's get rod out. Rods are out. Didn't take long because it's literally an underarm caster there, one off the edge of the weed bed, and then cast down the side of here to a set of reeds. So it's a really easy, get your rods out quick. But you can already see, I don't know if you can see that, there's already a decent fish sat in the weed out there. See his back sunning themselves already, so I might get a stalking opportunity today. I don't know, we'll have a walk around, see if we can, but definitely a surface opportunity, but we'll give it a few hours, see what happens. It's warm already, it's due to get to 28. Well, I missed the bite on my GoPro because I was panicking too much, but that one off the edge of that island has just gone. There we go. Yeah, it looks we'll get out and have a look. Looks a 20 plus. Well, that weren't bad for probably 20 minutes, rods in the water, just under 29 pound. Pleased with that, and yeah, that was the one we saw come around the corner, I reckon, because I did see it was a common. So just come around the corner of that weed, and yeah, right place, right time. So I'm going to get him back, get the rod back out on that spot. Well, that looks like a right dog's dinner, and that's because it is. There you go, Nell. Good girl. It's quite quiet, although I have just seen a really good fish come over into the weed bed out there. But you know, on these warm sunny days, fish love to go and sit in amongst the weed. They feel very safe, but at night the oxygen drops out of the weed and it's not as comfortable for them to sit there, so they push out. So you know, if you're fishing alongside these weed beds, they're in and out of them. It's a really good trapping point to catch the carp. So we've had that one, which was a lot quicker than I was expecting a fish, so I'm hoping tonight we'll definitely get another. Will's up the other end, he's got his rods reeled, he's going to come down and do some stuff with me, and then he's going back up and he's got a few fish to his left, so I think we've both got a good chance for a bite here. So There you go. I don't know why I'm sitting so close to the camera. Should it be here? Anyway, I'll catch you in a little while, hopefully, with a fish to report. You know you're in the middle of nowhere when you have to move your barra for a tractor to come through. Fish are definitely a bit quiet in this area now. I'm not sure if they've just buried themselves in the weed or done the off, but I did try some floaters. They were not interested. Yeah, I think more likely they've just buried themselves in the weed. I was finding this time of year a bit strange, you know. They've all spawned out. They're either feeding their asses off or they just want to rest and get over what's been going on. And this lake don't get a lot of pressure, so hopefully they're going to be up for a bit of feeding later on. So sun's actually gone down now, temperature's dropping, and the fish have definitely left the weed. Seen a few just coming along the island there, so they're moving around. My confidence is high. It's just a weird time of year, you know. There's definitely a few fish I've seen in the water today that haven't spawned yet, and then there's a few that clearly have. The common I caught at 29 apparently is normally about 32, so I know he did have it shut for a month, so they definitely have spawned, but there's a few that haven't. I always find this time of year really weird like that, because some fish are up for it, some ain't, and it causes a very weird mood among the carp, I think. But I'm confident going into the night, but then I'm always confident. Well, a nice mid-20 mirror. Just have a quick look at him and get him back. Nice early morning bite. Absolutely battered me off of that reed line. And there's a few fish moving around that weed now. They obviously came out there at some point in the night. Had that one in the night, about 25 pound. This one looks about the same, to be fair. Oh, what a lovely fish. And a nice wake up call. It's a beautiful summer's morning. There you go. 23 pounds. Just weighed it. So the one in the night was probably a little bit bigger than I thought it was, but yeah, absolutely beautiful carp, and probably not been caught many times in its life. A little bit of a blemish on its mouth, so I'm going to treat that. I don't know what just went on, but I was stood here and a squirrel just came running down the path, run over my foot, and I screamed like a girl. I think it was just as shocked as me. I think it thought my leg was a twig. It's just run off over there, but madness what you say when you're fishing. Well, I've had a couple of bites this morning. Had a 23 and then this lovely 28.8, stunning carp from a secret lake. It's been a good little 24-hour session, worth getting out for the night, and beautiful sunset, beautiful morning. Just love the summer. Nice. Well, that last fish was you see, it was a lovely 28 pound mirror. Came off that wee reed line there. Didn't even have time to get the GoPro on my head. It literally dropped back, and I see a bow wave come out from the reed and hit this weed. So I ended up wading all the way down here to this corner to get a better angle on it, and I got it out of that weed and got it in. But yeah, ended up to my hips in water. Fish are starting to come back into the weed now. I've only got about another hour or so and I'm out of here, so unless one comes along there between now and then, I'll be out of here. But it's been lovely here. Definitely come back. We'll do a little bit more filming on here. There's some bigger fish to be had, but while the wall pack's been shut, it's been a great little 24-hour session. Last week was on Cottington, this week on here for 24 hours. Next week I might go somewhere else.